Hey guys! The difference between healthy nice guys and unhealthy nice guys can be summarized by a comment from Tony on my Why Nice Guys Get Rejected video. But before we get to Tony's comment, as you probably know, a lot of dating coaches say stop being a nice guy. I've even said something similar. Not quite the same though. And we've all heard the saying, nice guys finish last. I'm guilty of saying it myself, even though I don't actually mean true nice guys. So if you are a true nice guy, then this information can seem really confusing, especially if you think you're supposed to start acting like a butthole guy. But, speaking of butts, this isn't totally true. There are two different kinds of nice guys. Healthy nice guys and unhealthy nice guys. Unhealthy nice guys really do finish last, but healthy nice guys win. Yay! So keep watching to find out which one you are, and if you are leaning a little bit towards the unhealthy nice guy, I'll give you some tips, just a tip, on what to do about it. So you can be a healthy nice guy and have all the success you want with women. If you're new to my channel, my name is Anna Jorgensen. Welcome to Just the Tip Tuesday. So let's get to Tony's comment. Tony says, and I wrote it down just to make sure I didn't misquote. Thank you, Tony. I note you're trying to clarify the distinction between healthy or good and unhealthy or bad forms of nice guys. I would like to add something significant to this. To me, the key distinction is the unhealthy nice guy seeks external validation, attention, and return, whereas the healthy nice guy seeks internal validation, attention, return. Tony also says he's a subscriber to my WakeUP2Luv program and he's already gone through it once. And he does note that it did awaken some painful memories from childhood. So fair warning if you are thinking about doing the program. Just another little side note is if you did experience abuse or abandonment in your childhood, especially at the hands of your mother, then my program is going to stir up some old wounds that maybe didn't heal quite right. But it's an opportunity to clear some of that stuff out that's been holding you back, especially in your relationships. Tony says it did give him clarity for the first time, and he wishes he was young when he got it, my program. He goes on to say that his approach has been to focus internally through introspection. And I'm going to read this quote directly because it kind of makes me laugh. He says, now I'm seeing value in the psychobabble. Wake Up to Love. The modules do have value and provide a theoretical framework I find useful. And I plan to go through the program again. So let's get back to Tony's comment. He says, I'm digesting all of it. It does take time. I'm going through moments of feeling great and positive, alternating with private rages and outbursts, though not publicly. So that's a good thing. He says, you are correct. It is painful as HE double hockey sticks. That's not what he wrote. That's what I'm filtering for the censors. Now, I should note that my WakeUP2Luv program isn't necessarily for those who have severe clinical depression or beyond, if you know what I mean. If that's the case, it may do more harm than good, honestly. And you should really talk to someone who's a counselor, a professional therapist, or potentially even a crisis line if you need to. Now, Tony was in a pretty dark place, so I'm so honored, and I hope this doesn't sound patronizing or condescending, but I'm really proud that he got through my program and that he stuck around. So here's what my reply to Tony. I'm gonna read some of it because it's kind of long. I'm glad you didn't exit stage left. And an excellent distinction. Thank you for that. The distinction is exactly right with regard to healthy nice guys needing internal validation versus unhealthy nice guys needing external validation. So many men have had traumatic experiences in childhood and struggle in adult relationships because of it. I'm sure many of you watching this can relate to that. I'm glad you're working through it, and I'm glad my WakeUP2Luv program provided the framework for helping with that. If you keep setting new goals and doing the recommended exercises in my program, you may one day look back on your past without pain and maybe even with compassion. I speak from firsthand experiences If you haven't read my memoir, you can find a lot of it in there. You'd be surprised at how much I've gone through in my life. So yes, I do understand to a degree, as much as a woman can. I continue. I say, God's got your back. He's there for you. You've got this one day at a time. And I just want to send out some extra love to Tony for his bravery in being honest about his experience with my program and participating in the program, doing the exercises. That's a key point. It will change your life, but you have to do the exercises. Sorry, it's not a magic bullet. No easy squeezy. I was going to say something else, but I better refrain because everybody's really easily offended these days. Japanesey. Anyways, my heart does go out to you guys. I know it's so tough out there in the dating world nowadays. Yes, finding a unicorn is like finding a needle in a haystack. They are out there, but you know, they're not only hard to find, but they're hard to get because they have a lot of options. So you really don't want to be the too nice guy. You want to be the healthy nice guy because that'll really help you in being able to attract a good one, not a perfect one. There's no perfect ones out there. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. There's no perfect ones out there, but there could be one that is perfect for you, that has the right flaws for you, and that will accept and love your flaws as well. A special person who will give you love and affection and appreciation and encouragement and emotional support, and who will just be there for you at the end of the day, whether you've had a good day and you want to celebrate with that person, or maybe you've had a crap day and you just want someone to lean on who understands. So God bless all of you. Even if you don't believe in God, I'm still sending you light and love. And if you are brave and you do want to change your life, then definitely check out my Wake Up to Love program. It's not easy. Sorry, it's not easy. But if you do the work, it will get you where you want to go. And I know you don't want to do the emotional work part, but it's the cornerstone to seeing real change. You need to change at an emotional level to be able to transform your life. Because remember, this is really important, you attract the kind of woman you feel worthy of. This is why the pickup techniques just don't work long term. They might get you short-term fun, but they're not going to get you long-term satisfaction with someone who really cares about you, because they just focus on the surface level stuff. In my Wake Up to Love program, you will go deep, so that later you can go deep with someone you really want to go deep with, if you know what I mean. And you'll be able to feel good enough for the kind of woman you really want, so you'll be able to attract her. Your new and improved self-worth will come across in the way you walk, talk, and interact with women, even the way you look at them. And they'll sense that you're a healthy, nice guy, and they'll feel drawn to you. This is what my Wake Up to Love program will do for you if you do the work. So you'll be able to find, attract, and keep a keeper. And if you don't like it for any reason, within 60 days, for 60 days, you can get a full refund. Remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. If you keep doing the same thing, you'll keep getting the same results. So if you don't want to be in the same place you are now, with the same relationship status you're in now, next year, or in 5 years, or in 10 years, then do yourself a favor and check out Wake Up to Love. There's no risk, and no, it's not easy. But if you do the work, it's worth it. I promise. So again, lots of love. God bless.